Welcome to episode 259, Paul Tudor Jones, Best Trader, Best Philanthropist. This is an outline of episode 259. There are 3 reasons why we study Paul Tudor Jones. First, he's one of the greatest traders. Second, he's not secretive. We have plenty of quotations and plenty of videos from him. Third, he's a pioneer in fighting poverty in America. Let us meet Paul Tudor Jones.
It is March 1987, the 3rd month of one of the most dramatic rises in the history of the stock market, and Paul Jones is taking a holiday.
Best idea you've had?
Whew. I wouldn't say we pioneered or we started, but certainly we were at the vanguard of trying to bring a really scientific and quantitative approach in finding what interventions work the best. And I think we were the first ones to really promote the idea that intellectual capital is always more important than financial capital. And I think when
Paul Tudor Jones was born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1954. In 1976, he graduated with a degree on economics from the University of Virginia. Paul Tudor Jones was also an amateur boxing champion at UVA.
If I make the mark that I want to make, I'll stop. I'll retire, hopefully, a champion.
At age 61, he's also the richest alumnus at the University of Virginia.
His father ran a financial and legal trade paper which Jones would write articles for while he was at college, under the pseudonym Eagle Jones. It was at this time that he claims to have read an article about Richard Dennis, the successful commodities trader who famously trained the turtle traders. This article left a big impression on him. He's quoted as saying, "I thought that Dennis had the greatest job in the world."
Upon graduation from University of Virginia in 1976, he went to his rich uncle William Donovan, who landed him a job with Eli Tullis, the great commodity trader at E.F. Hutton. This is a picture of the New York Cotton Exchange,
who offered Paul a job in New York as a floor clerk at the exchange. Although he was just a floor clerk, Jones says he spent a lot of his time doing analytical work.
The first year I did nothing but get us coffee. I mean, I was learning by osmosis and stuff like that, but I was, I was a glorified secretary, which was fine because I was soaking in everything he did, every move that he made, every step that he took.
He had a near-death experience trading cotton, which taught him how to be prudent.
In fact, at one point, he had been accepted into Harvard Business School and was packed up and ready to go, until he reflected on the idea and realised he wouldn't learn the skills needed to be a trader. He decided it was crazy and stayed where he was instead.
In 1980, he founded hedge fund Tudor Investment Corporation with an initial capital of $1.5 million, $300,000 of which was his own money.
Paul's company, Tudor Investment Corporation, manages other people's money. The firm has about 300 clients and has been rated top performer in its field for 2 consecutive years. Paul is the oldest one in the office. He's 32. His chief economist, statistician, and right-hand man, Peter Bourish, is 27.
We're making history today. This is the market.
Futures trading is a young game.
In 1987, he made 300% profit shorting the market.
His most successful and famous period came during the market crash in 1987. The 19th of October 1987 is known as Black Monday due to the crash of stock markets around the world, losing massive amounts of value in a very short space of time. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost 1/5 of its value. Paul Tudor Jones, along with his strategist Peter Bourish, predicted the crash of Black Monday. He tripled his money by holding large short positions during that time. Predicting Black Monday gained Jones a lot of attention from investors, and he talks about his predictions in the documentary released in the same year, Trader. It was first aired on television, but since then Jones has attempted to buy all of the copies that are available, and even calls for it to be taken down from the internet and out of circulation. There are different speculations as to why this is, but one of them is that this documentary may give away too many of his trading secrets. However, it is still possible to find it online on certain websites. Jones is considered a global macro investor and trader.
The very next year after Paul Tudor Jones made a killing on Wall Street, he turned his attention to philanthropy, his aim to eradicate poverty in New York City.
He founded the Robin Hood Foundation in 1988, which helps to target poverty in New York. He's also very involved in education for underprivileged children and takes an active role in keeping them accountable for their success.
This is Paul Tudor Jones' quote on the most important part of trading success.
What to be is always in control, never wishing, always trading, and always, first and foremost, protecting your ass. And that's why most people lose money as individual investors or as traders, because of the fact they're not focusing on losing money. They need to focus on the money that they have at risk. How much capital is at risk in any single investment they have? If everyone spent 9% of their time on that, rather than 9% of their time on pie in the sky ideas about how much money they're going to make, then they'd be incredibly successful investors.
What have I learned today? First, Paul Tudor Jones is a capitalist with a conscience who has been trying hard to address the problem the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Second, his most famous quote, "Intellectual capital is always more important than financial capital." Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Paul Tudor Jones, 14 Trading Rules. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.